What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Ocean's 8. Let's rock this. Ocean's 8 is pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining. I wouldn't say that it's the best installment in the entire Ocean's franchise, but it's a funny, mildly thrilling heist movie that arrives at a perfect time when women are becoming more and more empowered right now, which is a good thing. But do I think the heist plot in this movie is a clever one? I think the movie wants to make you think that it's a clever one. But if you ask me, I'd say 80% is just an old formulaic bait and switch that we've seen in previous installments before this. And the rest is more or less a game of distraction. But despite that, these characters, these 8 women, and the actresses who play them are definitely worth watching. Directed by the guy who gave us Pleasantville, Seabiscuit, and The Hunger Games, Gary Ross, in Ocean's 8, Sandra Bullock plays Danny Ocean's sister, Debbie Ocean, who herself is a criminal mastermind in her own right. She just got out of prison and immediately gathers a crew of 7 other female thieves to pull off the jewelry heist of the century at New York's annual Met Gala. Okay, so the way this movie connects itself to the other Ocean's movies in terms of who shows up in cameo, I think it's done in a pretty subtle way, which is good because Ocean's 8 is already swimming in a sea of celebrity cameos because of the Met Gala setting. On one hand, it's fun to see them and go, wow, that's so and so. Oh, she's in this movie too? Ooh, ah. So the whole celebrity cameos thing does make sense because of the setting. This is, after all, one of the most celebrated fashion events annually, next to the Oscars perhaps. On the other hand, though, it kind of takes you out of the story a bit. At least for me, it did, because up to that point, I was trying to figure out how this whole heist would work out. And then, bam, it becomes like a Where's Waldo game where you're trying to point out how many celebrities you can spot. Now, the 8 lead actresses in this film are all wonderful, every one of them, especially Anne Hathaway. Her character is a bit stuck up, and at one point she says that she can tell a bad acting when she sees one. But if you step back and take a look, it kind of makes sense. I mean, the reactions that Anne Hathaway gives in this film are just so wide range. She's so good. So good that, yes, Anne Hathaway probably can tell a bad acting when she sees one because she's mastered the art of acting. Sandra Bullock, as the leader, presents a more calm posture than the rest of the team members, who each of them has their own eccentrics. I understand that this movie wants to make Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett's interactions to be the equivalents of George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And you know what? I think it works. They definitely complement one another. Oh, and the fashion statement in this movie. And I'm not just talking about the Met Gala scene, but throughout the film, all 8 characters are rocking one fashion statement after the next, from scene to scene to scene. Colorful, trendy outfits that represent who they are and the cosmopolitan city that they're in. This is probably the most fashion-driven film since The Devil Wears Prada. Ocean's 8 doesn't have much character development, but I don't mind, because when it comes to Ocean's franchise, all you want to see is a well-executed heist where they don't show you all the cards because it has one tucked up its sleeves the entire time until the big reveal. That's what you come to see when you watch an Ocean's movie. So while the drama mostly surrounds Sandra Bullock's character and you don't get to know much about the others, probably just bits and pieces, again, as long as the movie makes you wonder if this type of heist can be pulled off, then I think the movie has done its job. So, in totality, if I were to rank from my most favorite to my least favorite in this franchise, I'd have to say that Ocean's 13 is my number 1, and then second place is Ocean's 11, and then the third place is Ocean's 8, and then the last place is Ocean's 12. Ocean's 8 may be playing the same old tunes, it's somewhat of a same old song, but it's an enjoyable heist movie that we need in this Me Too era right now. So that's it, that's my review of Ocean's 8. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, share this video with all your friends on the YouTube verse, and as always, subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. This latest review is made possible thanks to your support on Patreon, so please go to patreon.com/ramascreen, sign up there today, and become my patrons. Let's rock this.